Hello everybody and welcome back to Sarimik Gami named Sarimik, and this is Crusader Kings 3. We're gonna continue with the story of the Nagae clan. Last episode we restarted the series. Rest in peace to my previous save file. We are here again on continuing the journey of our beloved adventurer Kagehira Nagae, who traveled all the way from Japan to Persia. Right now, we're sitting on the lands of the Seljuks. Actually, pretty interesting. Founded by Seljuk himself. 125 living members. Damn, bro. So again, what's the plan? We're gonna continue following the Silkroad stop bys until we get to Iberia. And as you can see, things are not going well over there. Alzark is taking power on the peninsula and is actually gaining territory from. I know he's defending against. Okay, he's defending against. Only the Kingdom of Valencia will be nice. I mean, they're busy. They're busy right now. But if I could help the Iberians by taking over Majorca and the other territories, we could get a piece of land for ourselves that we're gonna help out to ally with the Christians. That would be nice. Also, rest in peace, Navarra. What a shame to see Navarra die like that, but such is the way. And I don't even have conquerors in this playthrough, right? So it's even more sad. But anyways, our plan. Captain Nagae is still recovering from wounds. His son Tamenori is still very young, so it's gonna take a while for him to, I want to see if we can fulfill the legacy. We may be able to fulfill the legacy, but I have to make 24 more non-criminal contracts. I like to get the legacy because of the legitimacy bonus and the adventurer bloodline, of course. Yeah. There's a lot of things that we could do here, but I want mostly to go for that. But prison break, hide muscle, transcribe text. We're gonna have to stay here on the Seljuk Empire. We still have to fill all the other domicile things. So we're gonna take some of this and see if we can make some money. We got a new perk on learning. Menatons recruitment minus 25. Ooh. May recruit cultural Menatons from where you are located. You know what? I like that. But pedagogy is probably best for my son. And we got a little bit of a stewardship as well. Let me check this first. Avoiding the harsh midday sun, we have made temporary camp inside a peculiar and very damp cave. Did you hear that, my captain? CG seems ill at ease with our dark shelter. As I turn around, I'm suddenly face to face with a young boy who must somehow have walked right past CG. The startled child immediately vanishes deeper into a cave. Let's follow the child. Canats of Avivar. We delve deeper and deeper under the earth, leaving the bright sunlight landscape behind for increasingly damp, dark tunnels. As I finally catch up with the boy, I am distracted by a splendorous sight. An ancient system of underground canals extend as far as the eye can see. Welcome, Captain, to my very own palace. It is likely to dwarf even yours. We don't have a palace. He looks at me defiantly, clearly dismayed that I managed to follow him all the way down here. I can learn something from studying this structure. No, the problem eludes us. Okay. See how it visiting a point of interest awards 20. Refill Metatarm's gold cost minus 25. I like that one. Okay. Why did we stop? Why are you not? Okay, no. We got stopped by the mountains. Okay. Balanced approach. Let's get on with it. I want to fill as much requests as I can for the legacy. Because my man is already 40 years old. So I want to fulfill those before he dies, I hope. That's right, adventurers tend to live. My wound has healed. Okay, we gain a scarred. Prestige, attraction, opinion. Okay, that's fine. We look like a seasoned soldier already. Adventurers tend to live longer than regular rulers. So look at those stats. We're almost pretty excellent in everything except intrigue. But I don't care about the intrigue. So we're just gonna fill these cheap contracts and see if that's gonna give me the things. There's a few more nearby that we could take. Ins and outs. No, I don't care about ins right now. Okay, the maximum is 89, right? Let's see if we can fulfill this. We success. Okay. Excellent contract. Hired muscle. Stand with us. Fight corruption. I'm gonna go the hired muscle. But we have to return. Another son. Masashige. Meyugoro. Praise Virudaka. Thou has given birth to a perfect little son. Yes. Praise. Now we go back to Nishapuro to do a higher muscle contract. I hope it's not gonna take a lot of time. The legacy is still going strong, but I still have to fill 23. That's the problem. I have to fill 23 contracts. And that aggravated wound is gonna poke my health for a while. Let's get on with our task. 89%. Okay. I have to try and do them as fast as possible. I want to change the name of the. Not call them the Nagae. Nagae. No, no, no. Nagae. I'm gonna call it the Nagae clan. I think the Nagae should be the adjective. With a wandering clan of Yamato soldiers. Rescue a first subject. That should be a good one. Rigel Court. No, I don't think I will do that one. Fight corruption would be nice. But that one usually takes a lot of time to fulfill and it doesn't really give me the... I don't know why it only counts the ones that require an intrigue plot, like... Okay, we can seize the moment. Can we... Success. Okay. Back home. Let's save money. As you can see, we have all the plazas filled already. There's still a few specializations we could do, but... This is as far as it gets. I could probably fill up my mounted samurai, but I'm gonna save the money. Not sure. They say children react more than anyone else to the places they find themselves. It's fortunate for my son Tamenori that he finds himself in the company of the most hardy champions, vicious self-swords, and dogged soldiers I've been able to gather. A fine environment for a young boy to grow up in, and one where he seems determined to take its many lessons to heart. He'll be a warrior someday. He gained Gregarious. That's not bad. That's not bad. No desecrating the dead. Thank you very much. Did we get another point on the legacy? Yeah. Follower return. Wang Do return to the group. Welcome. Okay, rescue a first subject. That shouldn't take a long time. A balance approach is best. We can feel it. Yeah, 95%. That's a piece of cake. We should have enough provisions to move over to the next destination, which is Divine Fire Medicine. Gunpowder. Ooh. I already unlocked silk for the Yamato culture. Gunpowder. Ooh. Imagine the Japanese having arquebuses before the European arrival. God damn. Okay, 90%. Let's fucking go. We save a girl from a lion. Let's fucking go. Now, let's get into the city and see we can find diplomacy, learning, intrigue. Oh no, that's not good. I thought Kushimi is still with us. Interesting. Let's go for supplies. You wouldn't happen to have supplies to spare? A little bit, okay. Can we get to yeah, we can get to Vin. Gonna cost some of my supplies, but we can move. We can keep moving. That will be the last stop of the Silk Road, I think. After that, we may be able to visit. We could visit Constantinople and learn a little bit about the Europeans, right? We have been following from Chang'an into all the roads here, and imagine. I think we're getting close to the time where we were supposed to get back to the. Uh, 3rd of January of 1093, and so we have to wait 2 years. We could wait 2 years and visit here for the gunpowder. Okay, every parent's duty, and it won't just toss me. Where is my Santa Menori trying and failing to keep the quaver from his voice? I glanced down at the small pony he sits on, the easiest, most placid learnermon I could find in the entire camp. Was I this scared when my father taught me to ride? Okay, then I'll just kick her into a trot and remember, be firm and respectful. He did. He gained the confidence. Nice. Hunt criminals. Okay. A smaller group travels fast. Now, Zakare has 13 prowess, so I'm gonna duel this guy. You know what your problem is? No, well, no increase to your life. Okay. Low increase to your life, high increase to your life. Wheel of success. I leap into action, launching a flurry of quick slashes, driving myself hard against Zakare's guard, wearing him down with each expertly timed strike. Before I know it, Zakare is somehow inside my guard, his mace bending towards my heart. It's only by the narrowest of margins that I dodge backwards. My form is deteriorating fast, with numerous exploitable gaps, and Zakare's stance is incredible. I have yet to open up my opponent's guard at all. This will work just like it does in the Legends, right? Do my best to recall the Legends in the spurt of the moment and try to have my sword as the heroes of all. Is enough for a solid blow against my surprise foe. Zakare shifts into a defensive stance, his mace forming a damn near impenetrable wall of perfect parry between me and him. My form is good, with only small errors, and Zakare's stance is incredible. My opponent is still holding on my blows well, but he seems close to faltering. Strike, parry, and repose, probably. But still no. Another repose, and yeah. My sword arm moves as fast as lightning and strikes as hard as thunderstone. Honestly, it's admirable that Zakare is able to withstand as many sword blows as he does, as they rain down on him with all the fury of a thunderous storm. It takes a minute or two, but I eventually beat him into a bloody, twisted, screaming heap. Only when I'm satisfied there will be no last second chance for revenge do I administer the killing blow. Goodbye. And we bring the head to the shape. Oh, we have to return. Yeah. That doesn't count for the. It does. Okay, those kind of contracts do count for the legacy. So I need to make 20 more contracts, and that's it. I hope I can pull this off. Okay, rescue a first subject versus hired muscle. For another home criminal contract. Perhaps, yeah. Who is this time? Ali Suleimid. 12 prowess. You know what? Let's go. He'll never see it coming. Better men have tried than trying to break my guard. I show you how you heft a sword. This will work just like the legends. And he's gone. Another point on stewardship. Professional recruitment. Someone got a dog at the camp. Did it increase the legacy? It did. Okay, killing criminals increased my deeds. Okay. Hire muscle then. Scout for talent and forward scout just in case. Now keep move. We have to make money and we have to make provision, so we're gonna stay here for a while, I guess. Let's get to it. 89%. Things are going along. Father, cries my son Tamenori, bounding up to meet me at speed and near bowling me over. Look what I found, it's a puppy. The boy does indeed appear to be all but swinging a freshly whelped pup he has crooked into his arm. Virupaxa alone knows where he picked it up, but despite the awkward movement, the animal seems very excited to be here. Tamenori looks happier than I've seen him in weeks. Let's go. He is a loyal friend. He deserves a loyal friend. Compassionate gambler. He's bossy and gregarious. I hope he gets some nice stats. Also, we're teaching him, right? We're not exactly erudites, but we do have a fair bit of knowledge, of learning. So. Okay, we can seize the moment, but I'm gonna wait until this maxed out. Actually, no, it's just 1 point. So. Let's go. Up success. And then we had a few more here. I don't know if fight corruption actually helps. We give some food to a little kid. Fushime and Motokuni are becoming friends. That's fine. The rest from the rain. For the money, I should probably increase my domicile, but I'm gonna go for the. Another contract. Barberton is the one that gives me money, so I'm gonna upgrade it. He killed my wife. Guards. This deserves blood. Execute him. Execute him. How could you? How could you? I guess I'm gonna marry Kushimi. Wait, no, she has a lover, right? No, she doesn't. Okay. Would you like to be my wife? We'll raise some children together with the Amishi culture. Scout for talent, a willing follower. My name is Degiel Jatanak. I overseen the loading of cars at the Crusader market for years. I've organized dozen farmhouses at the local mills, yes, but I haven't done. I will be willing to join your camp, he continues. A few coins will be enough to lure me away from this place. He has average skills. Okay. Okay, new wife with a Mishi culture. Interesting. We got another. Been there, point of interest reward. Final point of interest. I'm gonna go for the prestige. Let's get on with our task. I'm gonna give you another word. I'm gonna give you Masahige. Convert him into no wait. Into a Mishi. She's only 6 years old. She's only 4 years older than him, so I guess it's fine. Shame that there's no other woman. There's no more woman in the caravan, but she should do just fine. Also, it's nice to have a little bit of Japan, a little bit of the homeland with us. You know, we're Yamato. She's an Emishi. We're both parts of Honshu at that point. Let's hope this rolls fast. At the edge of camp. My path back from my pavilion takes me close to the camp's edge, where the shouts and screams of children at play draw my attention. My daughter Nariko is leading several others in an excited game of tag, kicking up dust and shrieking with joy or outrage whenever any of them get caught. After a moment, Nariko catches sight of me. The girl beams in my direction, clearly hovering between taking her playmates back towards camp or pushing out a little further into the wild. Stay within sight. Go on or explore. Children excited for the simplest thing. I ain't gonna lose stress. I'm gonna lose the stress. Come on, I want the legacy, man. But we need to get exalted among men, so we have to try and get the most amount of prestige we can. Gonna take a few years for that. %, that's as high as we can. And we did it. Okay, 17 into the legacy. We can still do it. June of 93. Can we? No. Chang'an no, Divine. Can we visit the Silkroad? The Shuka of Vin. Walking among the bustling market stalls of Vin, my guide mentions here in scrap of conversation. Fire medicine is repeated again and again. The town is abuzz with it, but their voice is lower when they see strangers like me pass by. I spot a cluster of traders huddled under one stall who seem less wary than others were all, and keep talking even as my guide and I approach. Is this my chance to learn? What is this strange fire medicine? I must know. Okay, you have absorbed fresh ideas from the east by visiting the market of Bin. The fire medicine Silkroad innovation will become available to the Yamato culture. They discovered the secret of gunpowder. The only one missing now is an honest melody. A haunting melody summons me from my slumber. A woman pale and elegant floats above me, singing of heartbreak. Reaching out causes her image to dissipate as I come to consciousness the anguish of this dream woman and her love that could have been haunt me. Is this stress of being a captain getting to me, or could this be the words of a yokai? The love she sings of, I must have it. Such beauty should be shared, spread her work across the realm. Okay. So now the only thing missing is compass, but compass and dragon kiln. But I guess that's gonna require some time. We have to wait another 6 years or so. So let's keep going. Rescue a first subject. And 10 days left for my barber stand. Okay. 2.3, okay. Balance approach. And we wait for money. Although the Meston... Oh yeah, the Meston already had mobile brewers. I'm gonna say the rest of my money. 2.3 ducats per month is already decent. So I'm gonna hold it up like that. Can I go on hunt? You know? Okay, no. Learning from example. The menor is at an age where a child absorbs everything and anything around him like a sponge soaking up water. Though present circumstances prevent me from giving him the finest of education, the young lad seems no less eager to learn from it. Instead of the tutors and books that someone of more fixed wealth might feel entitled to, he rounds the camp showering my officers and eagerly assisting them in their duties. A little nudge towards someone specific will likely do wonders for focusing his effort. Second in command gives martial and diplomacy. Chief forage gets learning and prowess. Master of Arms gives martial and prowess. You know what? Master at Arms, yeah. Martial and prowess is important for this kid. Can get up to 92%, huh? Yeah, just one more day. But we visited 2 Silkroad markets. We got two Silkroad innovations for the Yamato people. We save another woman from a lion. Let's go. Another one for the legacy. Tumbling down. As we ride through Sunik, my thoughts wander idly, bored by the monotony of simple trances when there's a sudden shout of alarm. An attack? I whip my head around. No, it's that damn fool Boyu. He's managed to fall from his course and go tumbling straight down the side of a steep hill, end over end, till falling to a ravine, shrieking and crying as he goes. Moments later, Boyu emerged swearing profusely and alive, but not doing harm. Such petty malice is beneath me. Are you okay, man? Are you okay? Fight corruption. Let's go to the... We don't really have to stay here, but getting to the Byzantine Empire is probably gonna take a lot of time, so... Support a faction. No. Where are the contracts? We can move to Edessa for more... It doesn't cost that much. Yeah, we could probably start moving to Greek territory. our time with the Seljuks is done. The high altitude and the brisk air of Malazgirt has a very refreshing quality as we traverse the local hill fort. I juggle the soldiers training below with a keen eye. Their tactics are not completely foreign to me, trained in the martial arts as I am. While doing so, I am approached by the local captain. Would you like to join, my lord? I am always up for a challenge. We gain rough terrain expert. Nice. That's great. Advantage in hills, mountains, and wetlands. That's gonna be really handy on Iberia. Tamenori gained stewardship 1 by 1. He's growing up to be a good lad. Okay, Edessa. Rescue a fair subject. Let's go. No money, but prestige, faith, piety, and the legacy. Let's go. As fast as we can. So now we're on Anatolia. We're getting close to Constantinople. And from Constantinople, I'm gonna visit Sicily, and from Sicily, I'm gonna visit Rome. I think we're gonna go gallivanting on the Mediterranean until we get to Iberia. I fear that Al-Sark is getting too much strength. Why are you allied with a? I don't get what's happening right now, but I hope Castile is doing alright. And Galicia lost some territory. What's going on with the Visigoths this time? These guys are gonna declare Al-Andalus, and all will be lost again. This is annoying. We failed. Okay. We had 90% and we failed. What the? 90% and we failed. The heck are you doing? We can improve the Mestent at least. This is level 4, but it's up to level 6, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to make more money. Delicious excess. Lately I've taken note of just how many of our servants are spoiling Tamenori threats, bestowing them on a night-hourly basis. Tamenori jealously hoards his snacks, refusing to share them with anyone else and considering them as his rightful due. Conduct yourself as it befits your status and others will follow suit. He keeps the trait arrogance. Abundance should always be shared with those who lack it. He becomes generous. Point on stewardship. Worldly knowledge. Visiting a capital point of interest improves all followers by 1 skill point. You know what? That sounds really good. Improve my followers when we get to Constantinople. My god. This is the moment. We only have 85, right? You better do well. Failure again. God damn it. Why? Why am I failing the contracts? That's just garbage. Rice building. We should be able to do this one. Quick study. It seems our time in Amida has proven beneficial for Nariko. Something about the local culture simply fascinates her so much that in her brief time here she managed to pick up passable Armenian, an achievement that the lass is trumpeting to the high heavens by speaking it around camp constantly, even dropping little words and phrases into conversations with her lessers. A smug fairy behavior to be sure, but perhaps with good cause. A smart girl. She learns the Armenian language. Okay, let's try to fix this building. 76%. Oh my god. I just want to complete the legacy. Nagae Yoritaka. I'm gonna give you. It has martial education. I'm gonna give you. Who has the best? No one. Um, let Dashi train you for now. Things are not going well right now. Crusader kings. Christian pilgrims to the Holy Land suffer all manner of abuse and their routes are fraught with danger. In order to protect the pilgrims and secure Jerusalem for Christ and the faithful, His Holiness Pope Anastasius has accepted the possibility of an outright invasion by joint Christian forces. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Christian aggression. Dhritarashtra protect us. Things are gonna get spicy now. Maybe a crusade for Valencia. I should get Valencia though. I don't know what's happening to Barcelona as well. What's going on over there? Aragon got stripped of its territory and is even allied to the Kaiser. Like, bro, what's happening? Okay, the Mestent is improved. That's nice. There's no more good contracts right now. Okay, 75%. Can we pull this off? Success. Okay. Building constructed. Support a faction. Heart to heart. Long after most have gone to sleep for the night, I still find myself seated by the campfire. What's wrong? Defang asks as he sits down next to me, with a concerned expression on his face. At first I don't know what to say, but as I start talking, it just comes naturally. All my stress, my worries, my day-to-day issues. I just keep thinking about the time when my wife Tao was murdered. I can't help but wonder if I should have done things differently. What about you? We lose a little bit of. Okay, let's go to the city and see if we can find some jobs. Stewardship, Justicar. Give me Justicar. Okay, map. Passage of Arms. Let's go. We still need 15 contracts for the legacy. And we have to get exalted among men. It's gonna be even harder. To the bridge. 89%. Okay, that contract was lost. The Seljuks has 70,000. I worry about the Byzantines. The Seljuks are getting too strong. Look, they just conquered that territory. They're expanding all over. Okay, 89% of success. Losing war score by a peasant to uprising. The enemy has 2,000. No, I'm not gonna. I cannot help on Edessa. Can we get in more diplomacy? Stewardship, transport is decent. Artifact delivery. Let's go. Will the artifact delivery give me legacy points? It's not too far away. Okay, no, it's really far away. What the? Why are we going to Yemen? Sweet. We got a point on Marshall. Let's get that extra prowess, I guess. Visited Petra. Man, we're on Edessa and we're going all the way to Yemen. What the fuck is going on? We even get past Mecca, or we didn't get any traveling stuff. I guess it's because we don't directly pass by the holdings. Low at first camp. Father, I have a request. Stammers Stamenori behind him, shyly clinging to my boy's hand, looking a gangly Bedouin youth. This is Shamin. I really like her, and I was wondering, could she come with us? Her parents too. She can't leave them behind. She's sadistic, generous, and gregarious, and arrogant. I don't know, son. I suppose we could accommodate another family. Maybe having Muslims in the camp is gonna help me out at some point. Especially if they're Bedouins, right? Constant inquiry. The pursuit and acquisition of knowledge is one of the hallmarks of a worthy man, but my determined attempts to instill it in Tamenori may have got slightly too far. Can we stop now, please? He pleads, his voice tinged with strain, honestly expressing his evident frustration. Dare to speak the truth, else the world will fall into injustice. You will be an honest man, like us. Okay, artifact delivery. It doesn't count to the legacy, of course, but it gave me money. Money that I ain't gonna use on my. Okay, Nariko converted to Kamujis and became an emishi. That's nice. Now I need her brother as well. We're gonna keep the Mishi flame going in Iberia as well. Unfamiliar rations. Blended with the culture in Hali is unfamiliar to me, and some of their customs equally alien. This is proven especially true when Jakub, acting as our cook for the evening, beckons me over to look at the stewing pot. It's a local recipe, he begins. Supposedly authentically Bedouin. I was assured so by a passing merchant. I look at the sunset with suspicion. Is that a stewed mole with parsnips blended with herb for Yamato, from Yamato cuisine? Okay. I said I was going to do something with the camp, right? Can I level up the mesh, the barber's tent again for extra money? Yeah, the Seljuks are eating everybody. That's worrying. That's very worrying. I don't think the Byzantines are gonna have enough money to survive their onslaught. And most of their levies are actually from allies. Because they breed like rats. Danger, this is fine. I think I know a cure. Defan, can you treat him? It seems he does. Okay. Um, Escort emissary. Sheikh Saud has to go to. Okay, Saud. Where do you want to go? Why are you going to a Ghaznavi? Oh my god. What are these journeys? What are these journeys, man? It's not that we cannot travel fast, it's that, you know, I don't have time for this. Almost home. I've currently a gaggle of Kuwari clergy and impromptu audience on the road, a few moments to share blessings and Ashari wisdoms. I find myself distracted by Shamim, for my young follower has gathered a crowd of junior devotees, and amidst them, safely expounds the nature of their common faith. From what I gather, being taught both the ways of my creed and her own has afforded the girl some insight. A talent to foster. She gains wise woman. Or will she convert to Pundarika? No, I'm not gonna disgrace her family by converting to Buddhism. As long as she doesn't convert my son or anything, it's gonna be fine. Jesus Christ, this journey. We even passed close to Nishapur, but I don't think we're gonna get a bonus for this. Panshir Mining Settlement. Get points on stewardship. Nice. See how it's done. This is in a point of interest, gives 20 gold. Back to camp, Grand Emirate of Kabulistan. And its capital. That gave me a lot of points. Fight corruption. Fight corruption is not gonna give me legacy. I'm gonna have to move again. Yeah, I have to keep growing the legacy. I have to keep growing the legacy, but I also... We can carry more supplies as well, so... we got a little bit more money. We'll see. Surgeon's tool, disease resistance, personal physician aptitude. That one is important, but I want to improve my other things. Scouts for talent, a willing follower. My name is Georgios Monomakatos. I overseen the loading of cars at the Chabazar market for years. You have, sorry man, you have poor skills. What happened to my second? Did he die? Maybe we can find someone else on the road. But we're already halfway back home. Tomb Raiders, no. I have no time for peasants. Okay, we got a wandering perk. The martial contest. No, I'm not gonna. Okay, we have 79% of winning, but I'd rather get back home quickly. Come on, you can make amends, please. Taka collect the travel and trash. Okay. Been there, done that. Point of interest reward 30%. Can learn one additional language without any penalties. It's not like we have many languages, right? Mare's milk again. Sedated and robbed again. It is known that the Syriac people are ardent believers in the Nestorian faith and do not take kindly to non-believers. Nevertheless, as sin is on our road, so we must pass through. Let's just pay the guy. Let's just pay the guy. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for petty conflicts. Let's see. Let's get. The city is besieged. I cannot. Fine. Let's go someplace else. Do we have enough supplies to go to Constantinople? Actually, yes. It will be a hard journey, but we can. Troglodytic settlements. We pass by Cappadocia, right? Snowbound. You seem to be quite the predicament. Fear not, for a fair price we will help you return to your travels. It's a fair price. We're passing by Cappadocia. We're finally getting to Greece. North Shore. They say children react more than anyone else to the places they find themselves. It's fortunate for my son Masashige that he finds himself in the company of the most hardy champions. Yeah. He'll be a warrior as well. Perhaps we could consider another path. No, he could be a warrior. He gains Gregarious as well. I need more champions. We need more champions in the company. Critically low provisions, yes. Just buy yourself something tasty on the next town. We go to Constantinople. Visited Hagia Sophia. Points on stewardship. Inspirational journeys. Okay. Protect the innocent. But before that, let's gather provisions. Got a team of foragers. 1000 provisions, okay. Ahora sí. Protect the innocent. Mess tent completed. Gonna give me more speed. A willing follower. My name is Satinik. Is Satinik. She's an Alan. Interesting. I overseen the loading of cards at the Nicomedia market for years. Oh, she has poor skills. Sorry, no. No reason to compromise. Angry nomadic uprising 9,000 for military strength. Oh my god. Acts and pains. Daring Whippets had many spare beds. This is the moment. 87 was the maximum, right? Success. Create a work of learning or ambush travelers. I like they give me a background of Constantinople. See the town crier. Organization or transport. Stewardship because transport is not gonna give me points. Settle la boundary dispute. Prussia's Adhipium streets are gripped by a fear of gossip and scandal, a complicated matter of marriage, inheritance, and business arrangements. Gonori has seen a vast section of the local land for grazing horses put to some fool with neither money nor skill. Pastor, eh? This sounds like my Bolwick. Another happy patron. And this one does contribute to a legacy. And not go for the other boundary dispute. Years of mistakes on the part of our employers and his ilk led to many local states and business being taxed twice or more. That sounds like an issue of communication. Goodbye. 39. We're so close. Consec Kabardid. A Kipchak. He has average skill, so let's go. Let's go. And he can be a champion. Check the... No, not this one. Check the city again. Cannot do this. Okay. Supplies. No. Mingle with the locals. Oh my, who is that? Walk up to the silence by the counter. Alexeya. Oh, I buy you another mug of Cypriot Commandaria. Evil antagonist. Huh? I don't like that. Okay. I don't see more contracts on. Create work of learning. Could we participate on this? It's gonna take time, right? I home as I look around Strategos Theodorosanti's study. Plenty of scripts, manuscripts, and short stories are gathered here, in neat stacks and lined up on the shelves. A piece of work isn't necessarily judged by its length, surely. Even the mention of a single word can invoke complex emotions. But first things first, what size of work do I have in me? My creation will be exhaustive. Reach for 5 chapters. I peer down at the blank page in front of me. Words. Why is it always so difficult to start? The quill gently stroking my chin, I carefully ponder what the manuscript should be about. Strategos Theodorosanti wanted a scripture pertaining to the courteous arts, a valid point for me to consider. Now, where do I start off? A passage of social skills, 80%, 81%. I have plenty of traveling stories to tell. I scored towards successful completing my contract. Terrific chapter. A thought suddenly occurs to me. Battle. It's not so difficult, is it? The more I think about it, the more inspired I feel to share my knowledge on the subject. The daylight fades also and I sit by the candlelight in Theodorosanti's study, enjoying the hospitality that comes with being a working scribe. I reflect over this all the while considering what the next chapter should be about. "74, 74, 70. The wonders I've seen. I'll write about that. Time passes quickly as I sit by the lectern, recording my minute observations and perspectives on the wonders of the world. Once in a while, when not down and about, the Strategos Theodorosanti pops his head in the study, peering at my ink-blotchy page of progress. He hums and then leaves, seemingly busy with more important matters. The thought lingered in my mind and turned my attention back to the page. Is magnificent sight still pertinent to write about? There are plenty more wonders to write about. As I sit writing, I enjoy some delightful birdsong finding its way in from the magnificent gardens of Chalcedon. Servants pop by occasionally, quietly cleaning the room or providing morsels of food, but always taking utmost care to be silent and carefully closing the doors on their way out. I reflect over this, all the while considering what the next chapter should be about. I have 61. A passage on social skills will be useful. Terrific chapter. Okay. Reading through my scribbles, I let out a pleased grunt, relevant and concise. This should be able to satisfy Strategos Theodorosantis, certainly. Plates have kept stacking up as I enjoy the last few shreds of hospitality now that my work here is coming to an end. Are the servants stingier with the food now, though, or am I imagining things? I reflect over this all the while considering what the next chapter should be. 58%, huh? 60, 68. Terrific chapter. Strategos Theodorosanti flips through a page of the manuscript, stopping to contemplate a piece from each page. I'll say. He turns and gently hands the manuscript to his attendant. Have you seen this? I may just put this on display. Such a mind-boggling piece of scripture. Softly uploading, he leans in mischievously. I particularly liked that piece of marginalia. Well done. Enjoy your rewards and do let me know if you ever find yourself back in Chalcedon. I probably stretch and nod. One additional wonder in the world. Select contracts from the strategos. The Travels of Captain Nagehira. You will unlock new lifestyle perks or create a book artifact that will increase the lifestyle experience for future holders. I've seen wondrous things. No, but I still need the money. I cannot write those yet. The legacy is still waiting me, so I'm gonna keep the money. We can move to Kumar, but I'm not gonna go there. Let's see if there's some. Okay, no. Can probably improve the. I can max out the barber's then. That one is important. It helped me with diseases. Train for a tournament. Okay, no. Learning criminal hireling. Hireling contract typically involve hire muscle work such as guarding rulers, merchant, and bolstering garrisons. Martial duties. Okay. Hire muscle. That's an easy one. Collect taxes. Okay. Remember, let's get on with the task. And let's try to win it, please. But you died. Okay, we don't have a stooge anymore. There's no man her age. I want to marry her to someone to keep the legacy alive, but a friendly clamor. Now I'm gonna retire to my tent for the day. We need that prestige. We're almost there with the legacy. 85% success for Major Nicolaus. We just need 9 more contracts. Collect taxes. Let's go. Let's go with Porfirios. Okay. He's talking about the Strategos Avarice, huh? Let's look his financial records. Yeah. Okay. Diodulos properties. He's a busy man and you're a busy man. He wants to, no, I'm gonna look at, look to his financial records. Okay. What about Arsenios? He's a busy man. I see. Financial records. Okay. As you can see, my property are successfully but hardly extensive. We do good, honest work, but we can't afford such a steep hike in the strategos do. Is it? 4 pieces of evidence. You will pay in full. The strategos will be ecstatic. I'm sorry, guys. The Mercenaries of Nicomedia. A noble man, eh? You got my attention. 600 made in Byzantium, no. Daniel. I'm just here to take a small break. He can be my bodyguard. Yeah, we can, yeah. 2 good bodyguards. That's not bad. We get another champion, right? Kind of. Mosinopolis for new contracts. I don't know. I'm gonna keep checking. Transport Justicar. Okay, Justicar is good for me. Protect the innocent. The treasury is broke. Man, what are you doing with the money? The empire is gonna fall apart, you know. 100% executed. Protect the innocent. We get 100%. It's still 5 months. Okay. Oh, he has hail. I'm gonna go for that. Yeah, thank you very much. $100. We protect the innocent. Six more contracts. Intrigue. Transport. Transport. I don't remember. Transport doesn't increase the legacy, right? Would be best if we just move. I have enough supplies anyways. Bidding. That's close to the Hungarian border, right? Yeah. We can move by land to the rest of Europe. So long, Constantinople. Time to study martial. I will demand some sparring. What is this contraption? Success, we gain more martial. 25. Ooh, nice. We're a seasoned warrior. The Byzantines are not doing well. And worry about them. But I cannot donate money to them. Okay, I'm gonna give another to my mess tent. I already maxed out the barber tent. And we drop by. Rescue a first subject. Let's go. Thanks to Daniel, we get 100 success. I needed that. I needed that really. Hungary, huh? The House of Islam is under grave threat from the onslaught of infidels in its very heartlands. In response, his magnificent Caliph Lot has declared that an era of renewed jihad is upon the world. The core regions of the Dar al-Islam must be retaken at all costs. All righteous Muslim faithful should prepare to join the ranks of the Mujahideen for the upcoming struggles. This could be the beginning of unprecedented Muslim aggression. Oh no. There goes the back and forth. There goes the back and forth. How am I gonna save Iberia from this guy? Yoritaka is also learning, huh? I will not budge on this, and I demand to be treated as an adult. Bro, you're 11 years old. You're still a child. Rescue a first subject. Done. He was being hunted down by a hyena. Hyenas in the Balkans. How is that? Safeguard the faithful. I guess it gives me legacy. Safeguard the faithful. Let's see if I can reason with a Serbian. A group of Bogomils enters my camp, wishing to speak with me. Greetings, adventurers. We come from Sumadija, a nearby land where Countess Mudari of Sumadja pious rule follows the Holy Scriptures. A few shy cheers of God's name distract the elder before he continues. However, her liege, a strategician alliance of bidding, is a heretic who cares little for ways. In the name of God we plead, help us earn guarantees of religious freedom under these themes reign. Let's see if we can dialogue with her. Sooner we're done. Let's get on with our task. We can get 100%. Okay. Gonna take time for it though. So now we gain 2.9 ducats per month. That's almost 100%. And this diplomatic contract is gonna take forever. But it's worth it. We're so close to the legacy. And my man is still going strong, so we may be able to crack it. We have 20 diplomacy for fuck's sake. We can make a work of learning. That one is also going to give me points. Okay, Masashige has become an emishi as well. Well done, son. Mestent completed. Go to level 5. Stewardship, Renowned Artificers. We get 0.5 per month. Ooh, almost 4 ducats per month. That's sweet. That's sweet. Okay, 98%. In the very hall of Strategitis and Nadaño bidding, I arc the cause of Countess Mudari, with good tidings to report. With cheering still echoing in my ears, I return to my employer. A minor thing easily amended, she called it. She grins. How you championed the minor thing of my people's freedom or protection shall soon be officially pronounced, and I could scarce be more pleased. Make a work of learning. I'm gonna scout for talent. Gather inspiration. You know what? I don't mind that. A cultural fascination. Ever since entering bidding, I have been treated much like an animal in a spectacular garden. The people stare in amazement at the mere way I speak and carry myself. As we make our way through, I am suddenly approached by a peculiar and enthusiastic woman who, like the rest of the crowd, seems to speak Japonic. My word, so it's true, a Yamato captain here of all places. I have long admired Yamato customs, and I learned Japonic in my own time. What an honor it is. Teach me about your people. Learn language. Resume studies. Unfortunately, Theodora is not around anymore. It's a shame. I was looking for her for how to pitch my accent while learning Dacian Bulgar. Maybe Count Mircea? Without friends or protection, I am interrupted from my stroll near my pavilion by the approach of a nervous stranger, a man who introduces himself as Justinianus, and is clearly as alien to Nice as I. Lord, you and I both know that these lands have not struck with those who worship differently from the lords and ladies. You're Orthodox. What's going on? I understand if you're already too many people to care for, but you'll have me, I'll serve you loyalty all your days. Help him find a home elsewhere. Can you pick a sword? No, you can't even. I'm gonna help you find a home. Let's do this. An exhaustive creation. You know, 83 on military knowledge. Contest look I want to script to pertaining social skills. Okay, let's go for that. Terrific chapter. Another theorem about diplomacy will be good. Maybe a little bit of traveling. You did not receive any point scores, okay. Maybe some stewardship. Terrific chapter. And finally, the wonders I've seen. One additional wonder in the world. Who gained? Excellent contract. Evalda Palemoniatis, a Lithuanian. 24 age. Ah, but she's married. Okay, you know, yeah. You can be my stooge. The more people, the better. Tamenori comes of age. As an active and enthusiastic child, it's no surprise that Tamenori has done well in his studies of war and combat. He has shown great aptitude both in battle tactics and the management of armies. He will make a fine commander one day. Military engineer and a skilled tactician. He's good at sieges, huh? He's even better at tactics than us. That's really nice. Are you going to marry anyways? It's just right that you marry Shamin now. Okay, are there any other contracts we can take? How's the legacy looking? We have to complete 4 more, okay. Stewardship, martial duties. Higher muscle, let's go. Foreign fruits. I wonder what Takako could make out of this. And we got provisions. Nice. How's the Empire looking? Not too great. You know what? I'm gonna give a little bit of money to them. To the Basilios. If that can save his ass. It's not like we don't have a lot of money, right? But yeah, I'm still scared. I'm still scared of the Seljuks. Look at that money. He's even allied to a caliph. My god. Torn apart. No, Tamenori, it's not like that. Quick study. He wants to learn. He's learning. Yoritaka is learning Slavonic. Good boy. We're almost there. We almost have the level of fame. Almost there. We have 93%. I know. I guess we can wait for the 100%. Okay, 100%. Let's go. Sunteme. Fire muscle again. The Couriers of Power. The food at Archon Joseph of Belogradich residency in Belogradich is excellence, of course. A far cry from the usual rogue and ready fare that I'm so used to. I'm very glad you could answer my summons, Joseph says. I'd like to see if there's anything we could do to help one another. After all, there are certain times that a man of my stature can quite get us down in the muck as certain jobs require. Gold never goes amiss, he gained a favor hook. Oh. I see. You know, this language scheme is taking forever. I'm gonna abandon it. Wait, no, that wasn't the. That wasn't the scheme I wanted. What a fool. I fumbled. Diplomacy. Treasure hunt. Let's do a treasure hunt. No, without camp. We have to go all the way to the Holy Roman Empire. I hope this gives me legacy. Already crossing Croatia. Oh no, there's a plague on Venice. Pleasure doing business. Goodbye. I think it was because my bodyguard was old. That's why he died. But Jakub has good skills, so I'm going to appoint him. A Serbian mendicant. I'm a master debater. You lost the debate. He joined the camp. Snowbound. It's a fair price. The Menori becomes inspired. He got an inspiration, but what? What does that entail? I don't get it. Anyways. That didn't amount to a legacy. Maybe it's time to move to Sicily. We have 4,000. Palermo, 2,000. When passing through, chance to become inspired. Inspired characters or skilled artisans with a project that could come true if you become their sponsor. You can use the commission artifact decision to help such a character. I don't have a I don't have that. Okay, we're going from the Byzantine Empire to the Kingdom of Sicily. Takako is no longer the chief forager. Okay. Católica de estilo. Nice. Andaluzo Baranes, huh? Okay, we arrive at Palermo. Inspired person can be a sponsor. The Menori maintains his eye contact before bowing. It's both an honor and a privilege to forge you a weapon. Tell me, what's your preferred way of fighting with a weapon? Something that can both slash and pierce flesh. A sword or dagger would be nice. Let's check for... No, wait. Boundary dispute. Pasture, eh? Easy. Our arrival in Caltagirone is met with a little fanfare. The locals are incredulous over some ancient map or other that's been unearthed and completely redraws the boundaries between two of the city's satellite settlements. Allow me to inspect this map. Escorte emissary. Count Gaufrid. I'm already one less from the legacy, so let's go. A bit of money doesn't hurt. As our shall travel safely and swiftly. We will visit Luxembourg. Okay. We go to the capital of the Holy Roman Empire. From Sicily. Lovely. We can find someone in our travels. My spot. No. Figure it out among yourselves. A name to remember. My son and heir Tamenori. Is there anyone special to you? I must read at such a personal question from my face because it considers. I mean, is there anyone you wish to dedicate your commission and artifact to? Only then there is no need for a dedication. Tukushime, I guess. Seeing that Tao is no longer with us. I want to remember. If there's no Emishi in the family. Let it be known. Out outside. No, we're gonna rest before continuing. Back to camp. We visited the capital of the Holy Roman Empire. Our glory is widely known. But we still have to fulfill one more non-criminal contract. Also, you see France is losing ground to the Holy Roman Empire. The songs of Kaiser Conrad. Tell me more about the Kaiser. France has 5,000, the Holy Roman Empire has 10,000. Evalda becomes inspired. She wants to make a shield. Okay. There is no need for a dedication. Wandering perk. Souvenirs aplenty. Whenever you move your camp, you gain 10 opinion with courtiers and guests. Shamin has become inspired, but I don't have the money. Nariko comes of age, she can marry. If there's anyone on town that can give me jobs. Stewardship, okay. We can close it with this. 2 boundary disputes and that's it. The walls are in terrible state. We can do some strong backing. We can fulfill the legacy now. Through the years, my humble camp has grown in size and spirit. With each task we complete, our bond to this land and its people strengthens. Our deeds are sung in taverns and our names are whispered in the dark, as it will for generations to come. If any adventurer from House Nagae becomes a ruler, they will gain 300 legitimacy. For each follower they had, they will gain 25 levies. House Nagae gains adventurer bloodline. Your level of fame, we fulfill all. Legacy of Nagae. For all those who follow me, I offer a safe place to rest and a chance to make their mark on the world. In my world, there is no room for rampant corruption or skullduggery, and all we do shall be for the betterment of the realm we wander through. This is what it means to be a Nagae. For as long as I lead Nagae clan, we shall punish the weak. Onwards, my followers. Despite this, I yearn for land. Legitimacy law. Number of knights, max Benatar, equal chance to find contrast. Can you request legitimate support on kings and emperors? No, I'm gonna... I'm gonna go with the joystick contracts. The champion on the Swan also. You gain the trade champion errand. You gain the golden coat of the Swan armor type artifact. You gain the champion of the Swan legend seed. House Nagae against Swan song. Monthly prestige per night. Accolade glory. Hasty looter. Yes. The champion of the Swan. The most noble of his kind. My dear Kushime's voice is followed by a gentle kiss on my shoulders. I have been looking everywhere for you. They are telling senseless stories about you in the camp. They say that you once crossed a bridge made of sword, that you entered an enchanted forest where you rescued a fair woman, that a marvelous swan gave you its miraculous coat. A gift from all those that you have helped. Prowess, tyranny, law, knight effectiveness, attraction, courtier and guest opinion, and I still have not helped enough. You gained the bushy errand. Okay, now we just need to gain the travels, and we can just... At the edge of camp, my son Yoritaka is leading several others in climbing a long, gnarled tree standing crookedly in the middle of a farmer's field. The older children have made it much farther up, while the young ones dally around the base. After a moment, Yoritaka catches sight of me. Go on and explore, guys. The golden coat of the Swan. Champion of the Yamato. You got preset claim on Sicily. No, I'm not gonna do that. Rescue a fair subject. Balance approach is best. Let's go. 3 points. Could we get legendary figure? That would be funny. This man is not even 80 years old and has already won at life. Inspiration realized. My lord, my son Anerta Menori approached me with a wide grin, sweat dripping from his forehead, and soot smeared across his face. I have toiled over the forge many days and nights, but finally my work is done. A folded iron dagger of masterful craftsmanship. The pommel is shaped in a series of rounded lobes and inlaid with nialo, and the blade is edged to display a relief of floral motifs. Prowess, personal skin faceling, skin secrecy. Ooh, this is lovely. Yes. Although I wanted a sword, honestly. Now we wait for the shield, right? Rescue the girl from a ferocious bear. You're known for your dedication to your faith. A few more works in Palermo before we leave. A magnificent weapon, huh? Okay. I trust your judgment. For now. Slow down for Tamenori. Okay, seize the moment. Another bear rescue. Hunt criminals. Smaller group. On Siracusa. Es incunated, an August in Sicily. Come on. Just like the legends. Riposte. I'll show you how I brandish a dagger. Okay. That's the best you got. You can't even hit me. Goodbye, Yasin. Rice building. Fire and friends. Is that poor concept will be beaten that rock in the steering contest if we hadn't had to move camp after a week or two. Tell a joke of your own. Life of the party. House modifiers. Nice. Okay, we can seize the moment. We rise the building. Okay, I think we should have enough to move. Oh, but there's an epidemic on Rome. Oh no. I guess. Is there any place on the Mediterranean that is not diseased? Oh god. Okay, let's fight corruption. No, you know what? I'm gonna look for more contracts. Justicar. Let's see. There's any money to be made. Do a passage of arms. Perfect. I'm gonna stop by with the inspirations. I am Yvonne the Hotville. I spend my days in the valleys foraging the tall grass and mud for carrions and pigeon eggs. He has average skills, okay. We're full again. Yvonne the Hotville, 23 years, huh? I can probably marry you to one of my sons. Crimes of passion intervene. You put a halt to this. I'm gonna marry you to Yoritaka. He's gonna be an adult in 2 years. We got a point on a stewardship, right? We unlock architect, which is nice. I'm gonna keep on a stewardship, but maybe I should take diplomacy now. Just in case. Passage of arms, success. To recover my money. Protect the innocent. Inspiration realize. My lord, Evalda, I have toiled over the forge many days and nights. A wooden shield of masterful craftsmanship. Magnificent. Yamato shield. But where is it? I don't see it. Oh, it's a court artifact. Prestige and renown. Oh, okay. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Ah, but we have to be kings, right? So we have to get a kingdom title on. Best one will be to claim Valencia, but things are not looking good over there. I mean, look at the epidemics. Learning from example. Noritaka is learning the ways of martial, right? Learn from the sun. Success. Fight corruption. I guess we can do that. Let me deal with them. We're gonna get 300 gold from this. So sorry. You have to obey. Inspiration realized. A flanked maze. Oh, not Napoli. There's sickness over there. Prowess 10. Prowess 10, number of nights. No, I go with the skin face. The Wushi of the Swan. 5.6 per month. I don't know. I don't have the money for that. We could sustain it by getting contracts, but still. Land of milk and fish. Yeah, good idea. Crown Master can use a little bit of mod. Okay, let's promote the The Hermit. How fortunate. Please tell me about my future. How insightful. You will remember this. The fire shall talk and silver shall flow from the hoof of blowing carol. You gain one, but I don't have legitimacy because we are not. When it's a plenty. Development on Palermo increased by 40. Yeah, but this is only if we became landed. Benevolent intent. Collect taxes. I guess we can do that for now. While the disease moves out. I guess we won't get to Iberia yet. We have to make money somehow. But I would like to increase my I'm gonna refill with men at arms. And increase my mounted samurai. We have 800 effectives now. That's good enough. Okay. Let's see, Progon. Let me see your financial records. And you too. 60%, huh? Exhaustive in detail. You have got 4 pieces of evidence. All of you have to pay. And the strategos will be happy. Another wise one. Come on. No, I'm not interested, thank you. Okay, it seems Rome is already ridden of disease. Same goes on Iberia, so we can keep moving. We can finally move to Rome. $600, huh? Enough time on Sicily. Time to go to Rome. Visited the papacy, the great city of Rome, and the Colosseum. Hired muscle. Chop chop. The massive chopping block in the middle of the logging camp of Agnon has seen much use. It looks to have always been here before man walked this earth. All around me laborers toil resplendent with sweat and though low of birth appear free of the weight of the world. I stare at the splitting axe upright in the giant's thumb. My tense shoulders lined with stress beg for an opportunity at release. No, I'm not gonna make myself. Familiar trees. 10 scouts ahead. Let's get on with it. Nariko has given birth. Ukuhao. Nagae Ukuhao. Our first Emishi. And Yoritaka can marry. What an auspicious opinion. We got house relations as well. That doesn't give us a splendor, but it gives relations. The only one mission to marry is Masashige, but there's no one. High tier contract. Stand with us, King Torben. King Thornberg of them. Why am I getting a contract from Denmark? Travels of a cook. Restocking will be a good idea, I suppose. What's going on Denmark? Are they losing something? Defending against leader Gersegors of the populist uprising. Yeah, I cannot help you with that. Sorry, bro. Don't have enough forces. We're gonna have to train the army after we finish. Right now, we're just elite bodyguards and stuff. We're not really a standing, a marching army. Michiko. Okay. Next on the line of succession, right? We can seize the moment for 94% of success. Mess tent completed. Is maxed out. Proving grounds. This one is important. And I'm gonna keep increasing my samurai. Okay, hunt criminals. Let's go for more money. All the money we can muster to keep increasing the army. If we can. Best not to linger. Bring me her head. Poor Sardinian. Come on. Goodbye, Beatrice. I'm sorry it has to be like this, but criminals have to be defeated. We passed by St. Peter's Basilica. Nice. Lots of stuff coming up. Be nice to convert. No, not to local culture. Convert to a Christian religion, to a Catholic religion, but I don't see the decision. Can I do a pilgrimage? No, but that's expensive as fuck. Okay. He's a pillager. A pillager. We're not raiders. Okay, one in proving grounds. And improve it again. To increase my men at arms. What a life Kagehira has gotten, huh? From humble beginnings as a mere recruit or as word for hire on Japan and on Honshu, and he's now a legendary swordsman. Come on, son, it's not like that. Okay, 94%. Give me your money. Count Lealdo. Protect the innocent. I guess with all the prestige we have, we could probably buy a piece of land. Good for them, their friendship. Execute the scheme. Another one who buys the dust. One moment. Okay. More glorious payouts. Defang doesn't have good skills anymore. Okay, Kushime has died. What a shame. But it was nice while it lasted. At least her legacy lives on with our daughter. Okay, we have archer cavalry, right? Yes. But I don't have enough money right now. We have to have a really nice army to prepare. Not sure. Masahige will be a warrior one day. Yeah. Masahige, I'm gonna Daniel can probably tell you how to. He's gonna be an adult anyways. $94%. Let's go. Do a passage of arms, and that should be our last contract in Italy, I think. We could probably move to Iberia now. Yeah, we have enough supplies. I can improve my proving grounds. So archer cavalry, let's go. We're gonna need a lot more money for this. Five. Let's go. And that's the last one. Let's get to Barcelona. Only 900, huh? Enough time in Rome. It is time. It is the moment to leave this place behind. Diplomacy points. Guest of can use make a request to start a feast. Okay. Don't foresee innovation. Okay. Derelict ship. Investigate. A survivor. We shall help you to shore. The Iberian struggle. The Iberian Peninsula is in turmoil, a conflict born of its storied past. Outsiders covet the land, and the great Muslim and Christian powers seek to sway its people. But those who live and die on its soil will ultimately determine its fate. The time has come for me to take hold of the situation and my destiny. I see all the pieces laid out on the board. I know the way forward, and there will be no stopping House Nagae. You are one of the interloper participants. When a character is tangled up in a specific struggle but not yet considered fully involved, they are an interloper. Interlopers have their capitals within their struggle region, but do not have both an involved fate and an involved culture. Fully involved characters think of them as nosy, troublesome outlanders who don't understand where they're not wanted. Interloper rulers thus generally take some penalties in counties they hold inside a struggle region. It's on the conciliation phase. Um, okay. Um, Involved and interloper can have long truces for wars within the struggle region. If hybridizing culture is essential for involved and interlopers. You are an interloper character and have fate effect or effect development growth. Okay. Okay, we move to Barcelona. Transport is easy. Okay, that one got deleted. We go from Barcelona to Paris. Second clash, huh? I'm gonna send you. No, I don't have money to send to the. Okay, back to camp. Send some money to Castile so we can stop the Muslims. Fortified knowledge. I'm always search for a challenge. No, we are in a hurry. I need a better physician. Color me intrigue. It's just small. Okay. Development in Barcelona increased by 200. Stewardship is usually easy enough. 86%. But I don't have a physician anymore. That's dangerous. Okay. Boundary dispute. Allow me to inspect that map of yours. The map seems genuine enough. You're a fool. I, however, am a man of great learning and demonstrating its flawed origin is a simple matter as pulling on a tunic. Oh, certainly some argue at first, but as the evidence continues to pile up, eventually a conspirator cracks under the pressure and points the finger at a local magnate as the culprit. A simple arrest leads. Later, and Andorra has something new to gossip about, while the satellite settlements are forced to back down from one another's throat. Another happy patron. Andorra, huh? Good old Andorra. Collect taxes. Oh, that's too far away. And that's too far away. Intrigue, no. Maybe I can sell some artifacts. I'm gonna sell um with a maze. Fight corruption, Prince Jugerten. We can do that one. You didn't win the fight, really. I'm gonna have to I'm gonna have to build an army for Castile this time. Yeah, they're basically forming Al-Andalus again. I have to help this guy somehow. Good omen. Journey planner. Journey of a lifetime. Please hear me. Life at court is such a bore. I cannot stomach another day of it. Okay. I'll take you on, but you'll have to work to impress. Can you be my doctor? Not even that. We got 1,000. Oof. And they can probably get some light food, man. Harukan is no longer my pike captain. Yosikar. I'm gonna have to refill on at the city. Oh no, Michiko is sick. That's fine. Okay. Good day with you. I am Estefania de Besalú, the resident healer and a herbalist of Barcelona. Locals turn to me to treat what ails them, broken bones, rations. I even deliver children from time to time. My passion for health and the humors fills me with wanderlust. I desire to explore. She's a terrible. No. Okay, I refill some of my forces, but I still need to gather more. We have 2,000. Save someone from a wolf, right? Let's go. Now let's check for supplies. Iwan brings a lot of food, okay. Let's go to the scholarly work now. Maybe some Catalans to me. Maybe some supplies. We can. Okay. No, I'm not gonna support a separatist faction right now. Can I move to Castile? Not really. Okay. Not right now at least. I guess we're gonna have to take one of these. The one in Italy should be easy enough. Not too far away. We can get back to that. Okay, there's my 10 light footmen. So we have 3,000. Um, no, 2,000 and 500. Okay. But yeah, we have lancers. We have a counter to heavy infantry. We have a counter to light and heavy cavalry, and we have a counter to heavy infantry and skirmish. Yeah. Now we just need a few others. I think some archers or siege machinery. How many regiments I can do? I can add two more. So became best friends. Okay, with my son. This counters a spearman. What also counters a spearman? We could go for armored footmen actually for the spearmen, and then we can get some siege weapons. Axes and pains. I think the English Pass has some expert bears. Mhm. Hey, Croatia. Since the Byzantines are still going strong. 7,000. Oh no. No, actually they're not doing well. Do you know who I am? $96. I'm gonna take it. We're gonna try to help Castile as much as we can. If there's a war, we will participate. Because the Dunonids are certainly not wanted. I wasn't expecting Alsar to become so large. Barcelona is growing fast, right? Kind of. Diplomacy, martial. Fire muscle. Okay, Michiko recovered from the. Nagae can be Force Archer Captain. Tamenori can be a Pike Captain. Only one missing is the Doctor. My two sons. Masashige didn't get a... Okay, we don't have a caravan master anymore. But Shamin can do it. Good to have the family backup here. With this, I should have enough to go to Castile. Barcelona seems to be doing fine, but I don't know how much it's gonna resist. He's fighting the Duke of Alto Aragon. That's not a bad idea. You know, they really have to start pushing the Muslims out. And I want to help them, but I need more forces. Means to an end. Best to keep options open. Takatsugu. We have counter to spearmen, to cavalry, to heavy infantry, to skirmishers. It's a well-rounded army. I think it's time. We move to Castile and we try to help the operations. The language barrier, okay. Segovia, huh? Hey, we held Barcelona as much as we could. What is this? Treasure hunt. Let's go. Let's go to North Africa. Okay, maybe no. North Africa, yeah. So we have in total 2.9. 2900, okay. We passed by Gibraltar. Send it to King Fernando. Okay, we oblige them. We forced them to give it up. Gustavo wants to go for Marshall. Stand with us, Amirul Mara. Military aid in a war-torn Maghreb for... No, I'm not gonna help the Maghrebis. Also, you have an epidemic going on. I'm not gonna do that. No. I should probably check my proving grounds for... we shall probably go for heavy infantry bonuses. And I can probably improve my... Just one more thingy. Transcribe text. No. Join Kagehira. Juicy cards. It's just mold. We got sick. Okay. Plenty in common. Good. Good. I need to find someone for Masashige, but maybe not. Hey, we help on Nájera, Michiko, diplomacy, huh? Let Dehan teach you. I think it's time to start writing the travels. I'm gonna have to wait until I have enough money. This one gives money. Okay, can we actually pull it off? Transcribe text. The day slowly fades as I sit in King Fernando's chamber by candlelight, practically copying squiggly lines of ink from one sheet to another. My eyelids start drooping and I nod off momentarily before I jerk awake. As far as I can tell, this particular passage seems related to the courtesies of the Castilian culture. But by Buddha is it droning on and on. I trace an ink-stained finger along a contorted horse creature with trees for arms in the margins. Maybe I should improve the text just a bit to make it more enticing. Let's just stick to a script. A few days has passed and I'm making my way through a transcript. The current passage, however, is drier than gravel laid out in the sun. My mind starts to drift to other matters, and I blink a few times to force myself back to a realm of reality. The gist of the passage is related to caring for plants and property, which on itself isn't inherently stale. I casually observe a blobby-tailed creature with an angry human face scribbled in the margins while I ponder the situation. I can draw inspiration from my own experiences. I am nearing the end of the transcript, which is going poorly so far. Once again, the scribe of this manuscript is taking the most dreary approach possible to a subject matter. My gaze sticks on the attendant, an infinitely more interesting sight, until he gives me a suspicious look, prompting me to go back to the text. The passage itself seems related to playing courtiers against each other, which would interest readers had it been less still. I consider the best way forward while admiring the marginalia of a tiny knight straddling a magnificent snail. No, let's stick to it. King Fernando purses his lips as he invests in the manuscript. It is indeed a replica of the original piece. Thank you for your reliable delivery. He turns around to leave us thought for a moment. Oh, you can pick up your reward at the door. See yourself out. I spot the satchel by the door as I turn to leave. Okay, we got the job done. Not much to say. Found criminals in Al-Andalus, huh? Okay, just because I'm gonna get money. The mercenaries of Cabra. You get an army of 600 men in Cuellar. No, I need to save money. We pass by Córdoba, okay. Grab perk on education, okay. Open-minded. Defending against Emir Mubashiri Benbayo battalions in the battalions clash against Portugal. Okay. I'm not gonna promote that legend. This increase the size of the regiments, huh? I'm gonna keep holding the money. Criminal, no. Intrigue, no. Diplomacy, no. I saw a few. Found criminals. Let's go. As long as the payment is good. We pass the walls of Toledo. We get night effectiveness. Beremundo, an Aragonese with barely any. Goodbye. Architect Digest. Mesan is lost deep in thought when our entourage enters the quarries of Osma. He is learned over a large rock-cut wooden table absorbing drawings of it on a scroll. I leaning closer over his shoulder, drawing his attention. Captain, I did not notice you there. My sincere apologies. I inquire about what he's up to, and Amesan replies, "Oh, I'm drawing up my thoughts on construction and the building of foundations. I am quite the architect, you see." He smiles shyly. Architect drawing, learning, city building construction time 20%. That's pretty good. I take one. This one is relevant. This one is relevant for. You know what? That extra learning may come handy. I don't mind paying for that. Silence, peasants. Now, Girona? Sobrarbe, okay. Percon Wandering, Gracious Host, Impeccable Guest. Camp Gossip, investigate the truth of the matter. No, leave them alone. Stewardship. Rice Building, 3 stars. Okay. This one should pay really well. Diplomacy, Gravitas, 3 per level of fame. Okay. Devoted follower. A moment, my captain Nariko stops me as I survey the encampment. She's still breathing heavily when he addresses me, taking in her surroundings. Do not think that your efforts go unnoticed. The men admire you. Children pretend to be like you when you play, and the whole camp seems to think you're the greatest man alive. I wish to help you in the same way as you help us. I know your current efforts. I believe it will be a worthy addition. What a great display of of loyalty. We have 44 prowess. My god, what is that? That guy can basically kill anyone. He can kill anyone. Okay, Yvonne finally gave birth to something. Yoshiko. No, wait, that's the second, that's her second child, yeah. $89 is the maximum, huh? A faithful visitor, Lain, a Mozarabic. Stay with us and tell us your stories. I want a Catholic monk, but execute the scheme. Success for the King of Castile. We can... Okay, I can do the decision now. The Travels of Captain Nagae Kagehira. You unlock a new lifestyle perk or create a book artifact. The bright sun rising over snowy mountain peaks, the effervescent gutters of sprawling cities, the temples harboring the most pious and the most wretched souls, the works of men across centuries, nature's wonders crafted by the hand of Buddha Almighty. I have seen it all. I have talked with highborn and lowborn alike. I have seen people live in a myriad of ways, such as throw of astute observations. Of my faultless reminiscences will be a cherished marvel for anyone with a spark of curiosity, should I decide to write it down. I have not told half of what I saw. You gain the Travels of Captain Nagae. The Travels of Captain Nagae of Kagehira. Monthly prestige plus 20. If you fulfill the requirement, monthly lifestyle experience plus 40%. The world is a vast tapestry woven in the threads of different cultures and traditions, and I assure you that the women fall buy and sell and do all that is needful for their husbands and household. For the men do not bother themselves out anything but hunting and warfare and falconry. They live on meat and milk and game and on rats, which are abundant everywhere. For, tell it how I might, you never would be satisfied that I was keeping within truth and reason. Okay. And with that, we can finish the episode. So, Nagae Kagehira finally fulfilled his ambition of going to the other end of the world. From all the way to Japan, he traveled to the lands of the sunset and finds himself in the kingdom of Castile. A seasoned man at his 62 years of age, he has survived two wives and had 4 children and has a lot of grandchildren as well. There's 9 living members in the dynasty, and we're finally building up our army, which will help us out to topple down the dominance of Alzark in the peninsula for now. But we will bid our time because of course we have to keep saving money. We're making 3 ducats per month thanks to stewardship, but once the torch passes to Tamenori, he probably is gonna be struggling with money and so on. So we'll have to see what comes out of that. For now, I'm happy that in 2 episodes I finally got to Iberia, and we even got a few innovations from the Silkroad to help us out once we settle, I hope. So what is left? To build, to max out or adventurer's domicile. There's still a lot of work to be done. We have to fill up our proving grounds and everything else so we can actually be a powerful army to help out the Visigoths on the struggle. So that was all for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow the channel. You can also find me on X. I post it regularly, and on Twitch as always, Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays. Goodbye. See you next time.